He had only one concern. Once he was inside, no one could reach him. What excuse would he give his sister? Jinwoo got up and thought of making up a reason while walking home. Tap tap, Jinyo. Tap tap, Jinyo you. Mums. Jinwoo gently slapped and shook Jinyo. But he was very drunk. He wondered what to do next. Jinwoo had a test at the association tomorrow. But first, he needed to get home safely. He took out Jinyo's phone, and thought about who to call. He couldn't call Jinyo's dad, Mr. Yo, or his brother, Jinsung. Who else could help pick up Jinyo, and keep him out of trouble? Then Jinwoo saw a name that stood out, Saihyun Yo. Unlike his father or brother, Jinyo had texted with her a lot. Junwoo thought about calling her, but then decided not to. He checked the shop just in case. There it was. Item condition recovery potion acquisition difficulty. E. Category consumable liquid, that helps you feel better when you drink it. You can keep it in your stash, but you can give it to anyone else. A small yellow bottle appeared on the table after the purchase. It was different from the red healing potion or the blue mana potion. Jinwoo checked to make sure no one was watching, then gently tilted Jinhyo's head back and poured the potion into his mouth. A moment later, Jinhyo's eyes snapped open. "Boss," he asked, "are you awake now?" Jinwoo asked, as he looked down at him with his head tilted back. "What are you doing there, boss?" Jinwoo wasn't sure what to say, so he acted like nothing had happened. "Let's go." "Yes, boss." Jinwoo quickly stood up, but then looked confused. Jinhyo stretched his arms in every direction. He felt really refreshed as he followed Jinwoo. The news was playing softly in the background. In other news, the US government has delayed its official statement about the explosion at the Hunter Command Center. As soon as morning came, Jinwoo headed to Dasung Tower. The building was just as tall as he remembered. It stood at 100 stories high. Looking up from this close made Jinwoo's neck hurt. But why were there so many people? The last time he had been here, the area was quiet. Now people were walking in and out of Dasung Tower constantly. The nighttime crowd was very different from the daytime one. A lot of people were walking around the building. If someone disappeared in such a busy spot, it would create a big scene. The news was talking about the mysterious person who helped, but Jinwoo didn't want to stand out. No way he wanted to draw attention to himself. He never liked being in the spotlight anyway. Jinwoo found a less crowded spot and took the demon's castle key from his inventory. The key was long, golden, and looked fancy at first glance. Jinwoo checked around him. "Let's go through here." He turned invisible, now hidden. Jinwoo walked down the street, slipping past people as he went to the building. Bump. Even though he tried his best to avoid bumping into anyone, he still bumped into a few people. No one noticed him. Somebody could really misuse this power if they wanted to, Jinwoo thought. That must be why the government watches high-ranking hunters with this ability closely. His thought didn't stay in his head long. Whoosh. Everything around him changed. Just like when he first crossed the invisible border. I can hear the roar of flames even from here. How hot must it be inside? It was a blazing stronghold. All Jinwoo could see was the demon's castle, that now stood where Dasung Tower used to be. He thought about how humans are quick to adapt. Jinwoo wasn't as nervous as he had been during his first visit. The demon's castle didn't seem as scary as it had when he first saw it. Or maybe it might be because I've leveled up so much. Jinwoo put the demon's castle's key back in his pocket, and pulled out a gray key. This was the castle door key he had gotten after defeating Cerberus. The gatekeeper. The key could only be obtained by beating him. He hadn't gone into the castle last time because Cerberus was too hard. Now he felt ready to try. Whoom. He then got a weapon ready. Jinwoo held the gray key in one hand and Barca's dagger in the other, as he walked quietly toward the castle door. Cerberus wasn't there. Maybe monsters don't come back once they're defeated here. He wasn't sure, but it seemed likely that like Cerberus, once a monster was beaten, it couldn't return. Then that probably meant this dungeon worked differently from the ones before where monsters could come back. Jinwoo focused his awareness. Bada-dump. Bada-dump. With his sharp senses, his heartbeat felt loud in his ears. But he wasn't scared. Knowing how strong he was now made him confident. Feeling nervous was not the same as feeling afraid. He heard a sudden ping and received a message as he stood before the castle's enormous gate. "Would you like to enter using the castle door key?" Was he really going to turn back now? Jinwoo grinned, and chose yes. Creak. Even though he hadn't touched them, the two huge doors opened by themselves, their hinges creaking loudly. Thud. He was startled. His senses were sharp, but he didn't feel any monsters behind the doors. No monsters. But Jinwoo had been worried it would be the exact opposite. He even thought about going back to the training area to practice fighting monsters there. This was just in case a huge group of enemies came at him all at once. But what was going on? He felt like he had wasted his time. There was nothing inside. Jinwoo couldn't believe it. He put Barca's dagger away, and entered the demon's castle. As soon as he did ping, Jinwoo quickly pulled out his daggers, thinking something was wrong. The noise was just an alert. A new quest has arrived. A new quest. Not the daily one. He thought about it, and realized the message wasn't about the daily quest. He had already finished, and collected rewards for before coming here. So it must have been a regular quest. This was new for him since he usually only got hidden or urgent quests. The daily quest was something he received every day, whether he liked it or not. Jinwoo checked the message. Read. The quest details appeared. Plung. Quest collect demon souls. 1 demon's castle is full of demons. Defeat them and collect their souls to get special rewards. Every demon has at least 1 soul, but some on higher floors have more. To start the quest, enter demon's castle. To complete it, gather 100,000 demon souls. Rewards include your choice of any one item. Ability points 20. Mystery reward. A 20-point boost. That was the first thing that caught Jinwoo's eye. I can increase intelligence by 20 points. He couldn't help but smile. He'd recently learned how hard it was to have enough mana. I need a lot of mana, so my shadow soldiers can come back. But it wasn't just about mana. Jinwoo had also figured out that his ability to gather and store shadows grew stronger as he became smarter. This was why he really wanted to improve his intelligence. He could increase it a little through leveling up and completing daily tasks, but if he got 20 extra points from a reward, all his challenges would disappear. Instantly, Jinwoo swallowed hard and looked at the next line. Rewards 1. Your choice of any one item 2. Ability points 20. He felt lucky to get the bonus ability points, but he could also pick any item he wanted. Can I really pick anything? He thought about the costly weapons in the shop. I'm sure I saw there were rank items that cost between a few billion and 10 billion. That was 10 billion gold, not regular money, which was what they used there. The price did not bother him. Night Killer, one of the weapons he had now, cost 3 million gold. If a B-rank item worth 3 million gold was this strong and useful, what would an S-rank item that costs tens, or even hundreds of billions be like? He was really curious to know. Forget about the mystery reward. Just looking at those 2 rewards, he couldn't afford to fail. Killing just 1 or 2 monsters for such great rewards seemed easy. Jinwoo was eager to finish the quest fast and get his rewards, but he was shocked when he saw what he needed to do. 10,000. This seemed like impossible work. No one would try to beat so many monsters without knowing more, but Jinwoo had a clever plan. He currently had 50 shadow soldiers. If each soldier defeated a few hundred enemies, they could meet their target. If he urged his soldiers on like he planned, it would be easy. Will you accept quest collect demon souls 1? Of course. There was no reason to say no. You have accepted the quest. The only punishment for failing would be wasting time. Compared to other quests, this one was much easier than the job change quest, or the urgent ones where he had risked his life. Jinwoo looked up. Is that thing for counting? A counter appeared above him as soon as he accepted. Demon souls collected 0 of 10,000. It's a long way to 10,000. Until now the goal had been just an idea in his head, but seeing the number made him laugh at how crazy it all was. Another counter appeared in the air to his left. Huh? Experience points needed to level up 60,000. The number 60,000 was displayed on a screen. Once he reached that amount, he could level up. He could now see his experience point count. He had never seen anything like this until he entered the castle. Jinwoo took a step back and exited the demon's castle. Both the soul counter and experience points disappeared. When he went back inside the demon's castle, they came back like nothing ever happened. They only work inside the castle. He was sad because he could not see his experience points outside, but at least it would help him while he was inside. There was another way to think about it. Would this raid take longer than expected? He thought that might be possible. Jinwoo carefully read over the quest details again, then closed the stat window. That's enough of that. Jinwoo finally got a good look around the inside of Demon's Castle. What the? Jinwoo was stunned. Beyond the gate lay a city in ruins. He had suddenly stepped into an outdoor dungeon. What is this place? Is this really Seoul? Does this show what the city might look like if everyone disappeared a century ago? Everything was gray and still. The only movement came from some flickering streetlights. I never imagined finding an outdoor dungeon. It looked just like the real Seoul. I knew. Other dungeons that looked like real places, such as subway stations or department stores, were nothing compared to how huge this one was. Jinwoo looked toward the horizon. Which way should he go? He tried to figure out where to head next. Jinwoo took a moment to look around. He didn't have to think about it for long. In the distance, a large beam of light went up into the sky from where Seoul Tower should have been. Let's go there, Jinwoo said as he started walking toward it. He made sure to remember where the door was, in case he got lost. But he had to stop soon. Tick tick, tick tick. One by one small monsters slowly came out from between buildings. Jinwoo could tell they were low-rank demons by the dark red letters above their heads. They looked like wingless gargoyles. There were 8 demons in total. Jinwoo smiled slyly. That's 8 souls to start. In a flash, shook Tig. Barka's dagger struck one of the creatures in the forehead. You have defeated a low-rank demon. You have acquired 100 experience points. You have acquired 1 demon soul. Kree. Croc. While the other demons focused on the one killed by a dagger, Jinwoo got closer to another, and cut off its head. Shunk. You have defeated a low-rank demon. You have acquired 100 experience points. You have acquired 1 demon soul. This one also gave Jinwoo 100 experience points. I need 60,000. That meant he could level up if he killed 600 of these low-rank demons. He quickly defeated the rest. Kree. Pack. He had collected 8 souls and gained 800 experience points. Not bad. Jinwoo's eyes lit up as he went to find his next target. In the White Tiger Guild president's office, Mr. Fake was catching up on some paperwork he had been too busy to do for a while. He picked up the phone. Sir, Bainu Minin wants to talk to you. Put him through. Soon, a familiar voice came on the line. Fake. Why did you turn off your phone? Yunho took a deep breath. Because of the reporters. I'm keeping a low profile until things settle down. Oh, the Red Gate. It was on the news here in Japan too. You were on TV, you know? Don't joke around with me. I'm not in the mood for jokes. If I find out who told the media, I'll be really upset. Relax, man. It will go away soon. There's bigger news. What bigger news in Japan? Things are more serious than we thought. It will probably be on the news in Korea too. Why? What is it? A week ago, a Japanese hunting group quietly reached out to Korea's Hunter Association and big guilds. They asked for help with something important. 2 days later, a group of hunters from Korea went to Japan. Byung was one of them. Yunho wanted to know more. Stop being vague and tell me already. This is the first time Japan has ever asked us for help. What's everyone so worked up about? What's going on with those people acting all superior? Hey, do you remember those weird ants we heard about from Jeju Island? Strange portal showed up there 4 years ago. Some really strange ants came out of it. Teams tried to stop them but failed 3 times. The Korean government stopped trying to control Jeju Island because it was now full of dangerous magical creatures. How could I forget? I almost got killed there. There might be mutants. Who cares? Let them fight each other. The thing is, the voice on the phone sounded worried. The body of a winged ant was found near Japan. For 2 hours straight, Jungwoo kept defeating low-level demons whenever he could. He checked how many demon souls he had collected. Demon souls collected 39 out of 10,000. He had finished 3% of his quest. If he kept hunting at this rate, he thought he might level up within about 2 hours. He was currently level 61. Moving up from level 60 to 61. Required 9 different C-rank dungeons and took 2 full days. But here he could level up in 4 hours. That's crazy. There was a smile on his face. When was the last time he'd enjoyed hunting this much? He remembered the time he spent at Hapjeong Station going back and forth between the first and second basement floors, until he couldn't level up anymore. Kree. Every time Jinwoo's blade struck, demons fell one after another without fail. Kree. Kick, kick, cree. Sometimes several demons fell at once. He quickly beat 20 low-level monsters in the game. This was amazing. His level went up as he defeated more monsters. He also collected items like horns that dropped often when he defeated them. Item monster horns, 2 small horns from a monster's head. Demon horns are valuable, and can be sold for a lot of gold. The demon horns could earn him 20,000 gold, if he sold them at the shop. Last time the shop paid 15,000 each for Cerberus fangs. Monsters in the demon's castle sure drop some valuable stuff, don't they? Random items weren't useless to Jinwoo anymore, because he had figured out how helpful the shop could be. Gold could become a great help later. Every little thing could be useful someday. Jinwoo looked through the demon's belongings to find items he could sell, or keep. As Jinwoo searched, he found something unexpected. It was something he had never seen before. Something was sticking out of a demon's abdomen. Entry permit, acquisition difficulty unknown, category unknown. This permit allows access to the second floor of Demon's Castle. It can only be used on the magic transportation circle on the first floor. It was rolled up like a scroll. Entry permit. Jinwoo wondered when he opened the paper. He saw drawings and words that he couldn't understand. Finally, the only useful information came from the item description. It was an item that would take him from the first floor to the second. Could this be real? Jinwoo looked around the area. He was inside the Demon's Castle, but also inside Daesung Tower. If the castle had floors like the tower, then this must be the first floor. I didn't expect different floors since this is an outside area, but could there be 100 floors here, like in Daesung Tower? He was amazed by how big this place was. Could there really be 100 floors? The only way to find out was to locate the magic circle. He knew the magic teleportation circle must be somewhere. Jinwoo looked at a beam of light going up into the sky. It was over there. At first he was going that way, but he got distracted by fighting easy demons. Now he thought it was time to go. He seemed to have defeated all the lower level demons in the area. This made him smile. He decided to summon them. Summoning was different from extracting. He didn't need any special words for it. All he needed to do was want them to appear. A loud sound filled the air as a huge shadow creature appeared before Jinwoo, the one he had taken from the ice bear leader's shadow. The large black bear growled and stood up on its back legs. It was as big as a house but acted like a well-trained puppy when Jinwoo gave him commands. Down, boy. Grump. The large magic beast got back on all fours and Jinwoo climbed onto its back. Hi. As soon as Jinwoo tapped the bear's side, it started running as fast as it could toward a bright light. Thud, thud, thud. Because he was moving so fast, they were covering a lot of ground in no time. Even when things got in their way. Cree, keek. Grum, grum. The beast quickly swiped its huge paw and kept going. Whoa, Jinwoo was really impressed with his soldier. I thought this would just be fun, but it's actually amazing. He realized he'd probably be doing this a lot, so he decided to give his new ride a name. From now on your name is Tank. Grum. The shadow beast named Tank lifted its head, and let out a loud roar. Did that mean he liked the name or not? Jinwoo wasn't sure what the roar was supposed to say, because the bear always sounded so loud. They got closer to the light and Tank slowed down, stopping right before their destination. Good job, Jinwoo said as he got off. Tank petted him kindly, and sent the bear back into his shadow. He turned around. He heard a familiar ping. You have discovered the magic teleportation circle. The circle was on the ground with light shooting up into the sky. Jinwoo stepped inside, but nothing happened. Jinwoo felt a bit confused. He walked a little more and stood in the middle of the circle. There were no floors open. Which floor should I choose? He thought. How many floors are there? He asked. No one answered. Do I have to figure this out on my own? Jinwoo thought about it for a moment. Jinwoo had to decide whether to keep leveling up where he was or move forward and level up as he went. Since monsters here don't come back like they do in other dungeons, staying on one floor would limit him. Also, higher floors have stronger demons with more than one soul. Jinwoo thought it would be best for both his growth and completing the quest to go up right away. He decided to head up. Alright, Jinwoo said. Second floor. A special pass is needed. At the prompt, Jinwoo took out the scroll from his inventory, and it glowed brightly before disappearing. The second floor of the demon's castle is now open. Whoosh. A bright light flashed from the magical circle. Jinwoo figured it out right then. Oh, so this is it. It was just an elevator. As soon as Jinwoo realized that, he was instantly moved to the second floor in a flash of light. Second floor, third floor, fourth floor, all the way up to the 27th floor. That was what Jinwoo did in just 2 days. He told Gina he was going on a trip that would last a week. He had 5 days left. Since Jinwoo was getting faster at clearing the floors, he thought it might not even take 5 days to reach the top. He glanced around quickly. The area looked empty and bare. I could not tell which city it was supposed to be. Each floor was designed to look like a different city. But as you went higher up, the floors looked more and more ruined. When Jinwoo reached the 27th floor, he had no idea where he was supposed to be. Was this what cities would look like after heavy bombing? Jinwoo shook his head to clear the thought. Unwasting time, he told himself. He checked his watch. It was 11 p.m. There was no day or night here, so he relied on his watch to keep track of time.